Hi, in my final video showing you how to create workbooks for your students in PebblePad, I'd like to share with you my workbook that I've built for my English 101 class that I'll be using this semester. This workbook is comprehensive, so you should be able to pick out all the different kinds of components that you may want to use for your students in this workbook, something that they can use across the entire semester. Here I've started with a customized banner, gave it a title, and something that can help pop the page a little bit. And I've embedded this syllabus here, so students, every time they open the workbook, will be able to follow along. Have our class schedule down here. I have also, in the text box, said that they can download this syllabus as a PDF, which I have linked. This PDF I've uploaded as a asset into PebblePad, so that way students can download it and always have access, even if they may not have internet at the moment. And then here in a text box, I put a little bit of a mission statement of what I'm expecting from my students in English 101. Here in a sub-tab, I have put our reading list, so each day will be accompanied by the readings that we are doing. These readings are linked out into PDFs, so students will be able to follow along. Also, I have sign-up sheets. Here in this text box, I've provided some instructions, and then I've embedded a Google Doc where students, by giving them this link, by adding them as collaborators to this document, they'll be able to sign up on here for the day they would like to do their classroom presentation. Here is a media picker here in the advanced portion of the content. This will allow them to upload their PowerPoint slides that can coincide with their classroom presentation. And then we have 101 conferencing. They can select a time that they want to conference with me. Again, done through Google Docs. Also have additional documents. I have sample essays that I'll be showing my students. So I can upload them here. They can refer back to these materials, and this can build as I go throughout the semester. I run across a great article, or I come up with another good sample essay of showing students what a good annotated bibliography might look like, or a good research paper may look like. I can upload it as I go along, and it will be updated in students' workbook in real time. Here I doing blog posts, having my students do blog posts, weekly reflections. I have my instructions here of what I'm wanting, around 500 words. They'll add a blog, and students will have each of their posts appear chronologically in a nice tidy manner where you've got the title and a few sample preview lines, and then I can click out on each post to read in full. But the downside of a placeholder page is that when a student adds a blog, the page, all this material disappears, and the student has a blank blog page that they'll be making. So what I have done is I've added instructions, and this will be a place where I place the prompt for each week. So the students can always refer back to the instructions of should they need to know how to upload a blog. Here are major assignments. I have project proposal, annotated bibliography, research paper. I have put my assignment sheet here, outlining everything I'm asking for my student, for my student's project proposal. Through this media picker, they will upload their Microsoft Word document. Now, this media picker, the default is image, video, audio. Document is not selected. But I know that I just want essays uploaded, so I took away the ability to upload image, video, and audio. And I selected document. So the only thing a student will be able to upload is a PDF, Microsoft Word doc. And that will be how they turn in their essays to me. As a way of timestamping it to make sure that they upload it by this date, by this time. Although PebblePad through Atlas, which would be a video for another time, although it can timestamp things, when you're using a course workbook like this that will be continually updated all semester long, it doesn't timestamp individual boxes. So in this case, our media picker here. So what I've done is I've added a student signature. This will be where students will sign just like they do at a credit card machine. It'll be a real signature, and the signature will also timestamp it to the minute, and we can ensure that it was turned in by the deadline. And then here I've added the rubric that I have marked completed by assessor. So although this rubric will appear to a student, it's very visible here on this page, they can't click it. They can't manipulate any of these boxes like they can, for instance, the media picker, because it is completed by assessor, which you do through properties. I'll say this a couple of times, but properties is kind of like the wizard tool where you can take any box and manipulate it. You can manipulate the page, you can manipulate the workbook. If you want to reorder the way your tabs are arranged, you do it here in template. What I've done as we go along through the essential assignments is I've actually locked annotated bibliography and research paper until I have it verified, and until I have the project proposal verified, excuse me. So annotated bibliography is released to the students on their workbook when I verify the project proposal. So when I give the thumbs up, it literally is a thumbs up icon, as the instructor for their project proposal, verifying that it's been completed, only then will they be able to see and access the annotated bibliography tab. And I've done the same thing for the research paper for when I verified that the annotated bibliography has been turned in. We have a worksheet I've created as a template, prompting students to fill out as they go along. And we have group work. So this is a great way of using that embed tool. So where I use the embed tool to place my syllabus or to place sign-up sheets, I can also turn around just by simply adding the embed tool. If I don't put anything in it, students will be able to put their own code, their own embed code in there. And so say you have groups of 3 all working together, and they're working on a project together in a Google Doc. Maybe they're writing a group essay, they're putting together a group outline. That group of 3 will upload the link here, and as a professor, you'll be able to see the group work as it's taking place. And then here I have a multimedia project. This is done by using the placeholder page tab. So I have all my instructions here, but I'm just simply asking my students to get creative in their own page, where they can change the background image, they can change the color, they can change the font, they can add all the images, all the multimedia that they need to get their project. We also have an embedded librarian. So an embedded librarian, I've collaborated this workbook with our library director, and so with her collaboration privileges, she'll be able to upload things to this page, like the link to the library's website, to the database. She can upload any types of articles that promote the library, that give further instruction on proper research methods. All this can be done here in this page. It's a way of keeping the students closely linked with the library. And then we have a checklist where students can keep up with what all they have turned in. By setting this for completed by assessor, I can check as I go along and make sure that everything is turned in, to see what the student may be missing. So with this workbook, you have a little bit of everything, using the Google embed, by having placeholder pages for students to be creative. There's all these different ways for students to have everything that I need from them in this class put in one place, so you never have to worry about them losing it or misplacing it or failing to turn something in, because we have set up everything in a linear fashion, in a clear tabs indicating where everything is. So you can take what you like from this workbook, incorporate it into your own, and hopefully see some better results in students not procrastinating as much, not only turning in bits and pieces of things, but they can account for everything that you're asking for them in your class. Thank you.